This lecture is about reference questions in the TOEFL exam. Reference questions are those that ask about what the pronouns and demonstratives are referring to. Pronouns and demonstratives meaning words like they, it, which, that, this, and etc. And what you have to do is to simply select the correct answer to what the pronoun in question refers to. Reference questions look like the following. The solution method for these questions is also quite simple. The answer to the question is usually the noun that is in the previous sentence. And in some cases, the answer can be found within the sentence that contains the pronoun if it's a relatively long sentence with many nouns. Reference questions are relatively easy compared to other types of questions. So with just a little effort, you'll quickly be able to always select the correct answer to these types of questions. Now let's solve some sample questions. First, pause the video and solve the problem. The pronoun in bold is this. Let's take a closer look at the previous sentence and the sentence containing the pronoun. The means-ends analysis method is used to get to the goal state from the current state. To do this, the machine first identifies its current state and the goal state. The sentence states, to do this. You can easily tell that this refers to the means-ends analysis because the previous sentence just explained what the means-ends analysis method is. The pronoun this refers to the subject of the previous sentence, means-ends analysis, and the answer is A. Now pause the video again and solve the next 3 questions. The first question is the word it in the passage refers to. The previous sentence states, automated software helps prevent grammatical errors before submitting essential documents. And right after that is, it also suggests appropriate literary expressions by analyzing the text context. We can tell that the it in the sentence is a noun of the previous sentence, which is automated software. It was quite easy to solve, but these types of reference questions are the ones that will most likely be on the exam. The next question is the word one in the passage refers to. The passage reads, an AI machine uses different methods to solve a problem given to it. One is the generate and test method. One in this sentence means one of the different methods that the previous sentence mentioned, and the answer becomes B. Let's move on to the third question. The word they in the passage refers to. The previous sentence reads, seismic waves are waves of energy that travel under or on the Earth's outer crust. And then the next sentence containing the pronoun reads, they are the cause of natural disasters such as earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. They in this sentence is obviously referring to seismic waves, and the answer to this question becomes B. One thing to point out here in this question is that the answer choice does not say seismic waves, but it only says waves. Because the keyword that the question is asking for in this question is waves, sometimes choices will be shortened to a more specific idea. The next question is on the relative pronoun which. Pause the video and solve the problem. This question was a pretty tricky one. The answer to this question can be found within the sentence that contains a pronoun. This is a long sentence with many nouns, so in order to select the correct answer, you must fully understand what this sentence is trying to say. Elimination of top predators from the ecological system leads to excessive reproduction of lower primary species that prey on herbivores, which ultimately results in unbalanced biomass of particular species and brings about the demise of the system as a whole. Now let's eliminate the unnecessary parts of this sentence. Elimination of top predators from the ecological system leads to excessive reproduction of lower primary species, which ultimately results in unbalanced biomass of particular species. So to organize the idea, elimination of top predators is what led to excessive reproduction, and excessive reproduction is what led to unbalanced biomass. Which in this sentence will refer to what led to unbalanced biomass. Excessive reproduction was what caused unbalanced biomass, hence making A, excessive reproduction of lower primary species, the answer to this question. Now here's a more challenging question. Pause the video and solve the problem. These types of questions are those you will have to refer to the context of the text. These are very uncommon types, but we'll still be looking into them just in case. The question reads, the word circumstance in the passage refers to. First, let's summarize the passage until the word circumstance. Arab regions were under poverty and starvation. The stationary poverty gap and youth unemployment only made matters worse. After the world financial crisis, famine became a real threat, and the economic situation exacerbated. And then comes, amidst such circumstance, the corrupt government officials only pursued self-interest. The circumstance in this sentence would mean the circumstance in which the economic situation was at its worst. And the answer to this question becomes C, worsened economic situation in Arab regions. Reference questions will normally be very easy to solve. Set your focus to understanding the sentence before the pronoun and the sentence that contains the pronoun. This is the end of the lecture. Thank you for watching.